Fourth quarter action with the Tigers leading the Pioneers 14-6. The Tigers are knocking on the door after a terrific punt return by Jermaine Jefferson. A short running play that time by Nate Collier brings up a third down.
Just knocking on the door. You've got a lot of big kids from Oak Ridge on the inside of that defensive line. Probably just try and give it to Collier and let him race to a corner. Probably to the wide side of the field, let him use his speed.
Bernard Morse gives, this is Collier up the middle, standing for a touchdown.
Great surge by the offensive line, just caught Oak Ridge napping right there. Great blocking, good angles, just Collier hitting the hole and just exploding right through. We take another look at it, you just see Collier splits the linebackers coming right through. There's not a defensive lineman in sight because the offensive line eliminated them, and he's in the end zone before Oak Ridge even knows that he really has the ball.
Boy, Kenny Guest had a great shot at him, but couldn't wrap his arms around it.
Collier's just a little bit too quick. Seems like he and Gay are just running at a different speed than everyone else.
5'8", 175-pound sophomore, and this kick barely makes it over the upright.
Just sort of hung that one up there for a second or two. We can take a look at it right there. See great cross blocking on the offensive line. The center blocking down. Both linebackers just splitting both linebackers. He got to the hole quicker than they did, and he was through the hole before they could tackle him.
Well, Jones answered back after the lead was cut to 14-6. Jefferson with a 44-yard punt return that set up Collier for that 5-yard touchdown run, and Thomas barely got the kick to go through the uprights, and it's a 21-6 advantage, and that's going to be tough for Oak Ridge because they're 15 points down now, not just 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points.
And their offense isn't the kind of offense that can put together like a 50-second drive. Jones puts together a very quick, very fast offense. Oak Ridge's offense is more deliberate, more slow, run the play, pound the ball, try and get the option going and get it in 6- and 7-yard chunks. They're going to have to kick it into high gear here and try and get a quick score in the next minute or two.
Richard Thomas to kick off, and it's a ground ball to battle at the 22. And look at that Jones return team, man. The coverage team is just quick as anything, man. They really get down there.
A lot of pride goes into the kickoff team and the coverage teams, and they take a lot of pride in being a swarming team and getting to the ball. Excellent job on that. Low kick, line drive, good job of fielding. That's a hard ball to field when you're picking up a ball off the ground like that.
Third quarter stats. Both teams have been able to run the football, but Oak Ridge hasn't passed a lick tonight.
Oak Ridge is dominating the running game. The time of possession is fairly even. And the turnovers haven't really affected Jones, even though they laid the ball down a couple of times in there. But the field position battle is just being lost tremendously by Oak Ridge.
Edwin Cabrera trying to make something happen for his football team. He's going to throw, and incomplete. He was trying to hit Marcus Lowe out there. They just not able to throw the football tonight.
Just not good communication in between the receivers and the quarterback. We'll see Cabrera roll out here. He's got good protection, good technique in getting the ball back around. It's on his shoulder, lays the ball out there, a little bit of pressure, but the receiver was not in sync with him in any way for the route. You see Cabrera, pretty good pressure by number 80, which is Abram Hollis. He plays a little bit of tight end, a little bit of defensive end, getting out there and making that happen.
Here's Cabrera on the option, and he elects to keep it. He is taken down by Henry. I thought Cabrera was going to pitch it out there, but he decided to keep it.
Kept waiting for that pitch and waiting for that pitch, but I think he had the guy hanging on him a little bit too much. He was just unsure if he could make that clean pitch right there with the guy that he was dragging.
10:40 to play here in the game. Oak Ridge is down by 15. They need to get into the end zone and get in there quick. From their own 30, third down, and short yardage for a first down. be awfully close.
Going to be close, but I think he's still a little bit short. Jones is doing a tremendous job of crowding that offensive line, not giving the linemen any angles to get out on the linebackers, freeing up Jones's linebackers to get in there and make the tackles. You see Cabrera just looking for whatever he can get to try and get. If he can ever break this containment or get outside, he'll have a nice long run. But Jones doing a good job of sort of forcing him back inside every time where there's help.
They gave him the first down. 1st and 10. Cabrera rolls right, wants to throw, and had a man open and incomplete. Or did they say he got it?
Say he caught it.
Boy, I thought Nelson got it off the ground, but they say Tony Nelson with a nice catch. And the first pass completion of the night for Oak Ridge.
And it's not for lack of trying. They just haven't been able to get in sync. This one even looks fairly close. Cabrera gets out there, plants, fires sort of one of those wobbly one-eyed wonders out there. And a great job by the receiver of just getting that one.
I don't know.
A little bit up off, you know, we give him the benefit of the doubt. Had the ball been a little bit, he would have caught it.
I think he got a hopper. Here is the pitch, and Demetrius Cox can't do anything. Great play there by Andre Wright, who came up. Good containment there, and now Cox may have injured his knee.
I think he caught a helmet. I think Wright's helmet actually hit him in the shin, right at the top of the shin as he was leaping over. But Wright does a great job of stepping up and making that play happen. Otherwise, Cox was off for a really long gain.
So Cox is being attended to, the injured player, and while we have a break, let's look at what they have now. The media in Florida have an all-class top 25 now. Ronnie and Apopka and Evans are right up there, but you see, no Central Florida. Well, Palm Bay is in the top 5.
Palm Bay, Tallahassee, Lincoln, which has been the kiss of death for many of our Central Florida teams,
right.
Having to travel to Tallahassee, Lincoln in the state playoffs. You just wonder when they're going to run out of good players. And then you'll see Lakeland down in there too, who does.
They've got a tremendous winning streak, Lakeland.
Yeah,
does.
One of the strongest teams in the state year in and year out. Bill Castle down there, been there for years, has one of the most established programs. Just amazing the offensive linemen they're able to put out year in, year out.
And Palm Bay dropping down in classification. And Apopka and Evans, the two teams that we'll see next week, right up there among the best in the state of Florida.
Yeah, top 25 teams, a lot of them in Central Florida. A lot of them will be playing, and you wonder who's going to sift out of that and become the top team to come out of Central Florida.
There you see the coaches. Berto Benjamin has seen a couple of his players injured tonight, and now Jeff Westrom calling in a play, and his big offensive threat, Demetrius Cox, is coming off the field.
Yeah, you'll see the running game is Oak Ridge's bread and butter.
But you know, Cox has not been a big part of that tonight.
It's been mostly Cabrera gaining those yards. We'll take another look at Cox here, and you just see that helmet pop him right there. There's no weight on that. It's just sort of a stinger. That's going to hurt. He's going to be fine in that one. But they still have to go on and play here. Cabrera has to get some more positive yards in here. Cox has really just been great as a decoy. Freeing up Cabrera, though.
Rashad Smith is going to be in now. Cox is only 8 rushes, 24 yards tonight. And here's a guy that gained 151 yards last week. So Jones has done a great job of containing Demetrius Cox tonight.
An outstanding job of doing it. It's the speed of their linebackers have been able to plug the holes every time that offensive line has opened a hole.
2nd down for the Pioneers. 9:08 to play. They have 15 points to make up. 2nd and 5. Cabrera throws, intercepted, and then dropped. That was Brian Murphy. Almost got a pick.
That's one that you really want back. Murphy. Oh, and he can feel it. He can feel that one. He's a sophomore. He'll be back. Cabrera drops back. He's got a man on an 8-yard post coming in. Gets the ball a little bit high. If you're a receiver, you're supposed to look that one in. The defensive backs don't catch that one. But you can just see his head sort of spin off on that. He's seeing a free safety coming at him, not realizing that's his guy.
Tony Nelson, the intended receiver. 3rd down now. Another key play for Oak Ridge. And they're going to throw incomplete again. He tried to hit on a crossing pattern. Number 13, Chris Knoll, who we've not mentioned much. Chris caught a 26-yard pass last week, but has not even been near the football tonight. And so Oak Ridge unable to complete 2 key passes, and it brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, Oak Ridge at this point has tried close to everything they have in their playbook. They've gone with the 7-yard drops. Cabrera hasn't been able to get them. They've gone with the rollouts. Cabrera's been getting pressured. Going with the 50 series 3-step drops. Cabrera's got a man on his back and throwing the ball a little bit high for all of his receivers.
All right, Dejon Ondelge is punting for the first time, I believe, and he kicks the ball out of bounds. He was at a function, I believe, tonight, and they were hoping he would be here by game time, and I guess he did not make it because he's just now entering the game. He is their usual punter, regular punter, and he gets an 18-yard kick.
He was at a volleyball game earlier tonight,
that's what
so
it was.
you see some of those volleyball skills coming out there trying to field that one. The punting game has really been an adventure for both teams tonight. Everybody's having a good time with it.
And so the Tigers now would like nothing better than to go on a 5-6-minute drive because they have a 21-6 lead with 8:42 to play in the game.
Yeah, just start sitting on the ball, giving it to your fast little running backs, and let them go.
And one of their fast running backs had nowhere to go that time. That was Nate Collier.
Good job by the defense. Brian Huggins just getting in there and landing on top of Collier at the very end of that play. But a good job from Ben Hockton making penetration, forcing that cut. We'll take another look at it here. You'll see the linebacker with good penetration forces the running back to cut.
Oh, he hit his own man.
Yeah, runs into his own man.
And Bernard Morris runs into Anthony Gay, and Gay almost fumbled the pitch. What a comedy, man. That belongs in the highlight reel.
That one was a little bit of pinball with everybody playing a part.
It's like the Globetrotters.
Yep, throw the ball around and see who comes up with it. And Gay still turned it into a pretty nice gain on, could have even broke that one free and turned it into another long run.
I would imagine Berto Benjamin was holding his breath on that one. He knew there was going to be a fumble somewhere along the line.
Yeah, we take a look at it, and that's his option man that's trying to take the handoff from him. Then he realizes this isn't an option, pitches it back out to him, tries to spin underneath, does a good job of getting it.
Now, Morris is trying to hit Collier, and it falls incomplete. Tigers.
Yeah, trying to roll out and hit Collier. The one